Students, today we will start the first chapter in class 12, that is relation and function. So the topic relation is not new to you because you already learned in class 11 what is a relation. So let us recall what you learned in class 11. So what is a relation? A relation is nothing but it is a subset of A cross, the Cartesian product A cross B. Suppose I am taking the set A is equals to say 9 comma 4, and I am taking another set B is equals to suppose 3 minus 3 2 minus 2, and the relation R I am defining as R. The relation R is E square of, is square of, the relation is defined as E square of. So how can we write R? R is equals to 9 comma 3, because 9 is a square of 3. Then we can write 9 comma minus 3, because 9 is again the square of minus 3. Similarly 4 comma 2 and 4 comma minus 2. That means 4 is a square of 2 and 4 is a square of minus 2. So these are two sets A and B, and the relation R is a subset of A into B, A cross B. That is known as the relation R. So how will you define the relation R? A relation is a subset of A cross B. A relation is nothing but it is a subset of A cross B. So these are the terms you have learned in class. These are the concepts you have already learned in class 11. Now in this class 12, we will learn some of the different types of the relations. Types of relation. In types of relation, the first one is reflexive relation. The first topic is reflexive relation. So when is a relation said to be reflexive? A relation R in a set A is said to be reflexive if A comma A belongs to R for every A belongs to A. That means the relation R is reflexive if for every A belongs to A comma A also should be there in the relation R. For example, suppose I am writing A is equals to any set 1, 2, 3, and the relation R is defined as 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2 and 3 comma 3. So this relation is known as, this is 2 comma 2 and this is 3 comma 3. So this type of relation is known as a reflexive relation. That means if 1 is there, you should be having 1 1, 2 is there means you should be having 2 comma 2, and 3 is there, that means you should be having 3 comma 3. So such type of relation is known as a reflexive relation. If you want to take another example, for example I say that L1 comma L2 relation such that L1 is R is equal to, L1 is parallel to L2. So if I write L1 comma L1, because in case of reflexive relation you have to relate with itself. The first line L1 you have to relate with itself only. So L1 comma L1 implies L1 is parallel to L1. The line L1 is parallel to itself, which implies L1 comma L1 belongs to R, because the relation R is equals to L1 is parallel to L2. So therefore you can say that it is reflexive. So any relation that is satisfying with itself, that is known as a reflexive relation. So the next one is the second type of relation. The second type of relation we will learn is symmetric relation. Second one is symmetric relation. So what is a symmetric relation? A relation R is said to be symmetric if A comma B belongs to R, which implies B comma A also belongs to R. A relation R is said to be symmetric if A comma B belongs to R, which implies B comma A also belongs to R, for A comma B belongs to, suppose, any given set A. So we'll take an example for this. Suppose I am writing R is equals to 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1. So you can see that the element 1 comma 2 is there, that means 2 comma 1 should be also there. Then the relation is said to be the symmetric relation. Is it clear what is a symmetric relation? If A comma B is there, then B comma A should be also there. Next, the third one is transitive relation. Transitive relation. So what is transitive relation? A relation R is said to be transitive if A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, which implies A comma C also belongs to R. It is known as a transitive relation. So what is a transitive relation? A relation R is said to be transitive if A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, which implies A comma C should be also belongs to R. For example, if R is equals to 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3 and 1 comma 3. If 1 comma 2 is there and 2 comma 3 is there, then we should be also having 1 comma 3. So I am having 1 comma 3, that means it is a transitive relation. Is it clear? If A comma B and B comma C is there, that means A comma C also should be there in the relation R. Such type of relation is known as a transitive